too. We're back with Yung Bambi.
What's good? What's good? Yung Bambi here.
So you started selling beats in high school, right? Or not selling beats, started making beats around ninth grade.
Yeah.
So you said it started music in 2015. How long of a gap was that?
So yeah, it's like I was producing for like 3-4 years before I started rapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like probably like what, senior year high school you started rapping?
Yeah, like really right when I left, like right before I moved to Texas, bro. Like I probably made my first song like March 2015. You know what I'm
So
saying?
were you seeing any success in making beats before you started rapping, or were you just kind of making beats in your room? Were you sending them out to anybody? Were you in placements?
Nah, like
None of that?
so it was like I was producing with the same niggas who produce for me now.
Mm.
So I was making music with Hounds, Karosu, like Downtime, Kelbender. But like we were just making like the SoundCloud, like you know how niggas are making songs and shit.
Yeah.
They were like beats, but they, you know what I'm saying? Like we weren't really selling them and shit. And then I started producing for a couple rappers, and they sucked. And that's when I was like, oh, let me rap. Like you feel me? Like that's
like,
really,
fuck it,
that's
I'm
really
gonna
what
do my
happened.
beats justice.
And all my niggas who I was producing with, we were on some shit where we're making all these hard beats, but no one's rapping on them. So they're like, bro, just rap and like rap on our beats. So that's how I kind of got started with that little wave.
Yeah, shouts to Kelbender too. Kelbender's fire.
Yeah, that's the OG homie.
So you started 2015. After all that, you started making songs and rapping over your own beats. When did you start to kind of see success from there? Because like you didn't really go anywhere, you know what I mean, trying to put people on beats and get placements and stuff like that. So when did you start to see success after you released your first song?
Really like immediately, bro. Like the rap shit was just off bat doing better than like the instrumental music we were putting out. And I think that's just because, you know, like you're just gonna reach a wider fan base. So I was like, oh, okay, like let me focus on this more. And I moved to Texas, and I got really quickly like heavily involved in this in the local scene there. Yeah. Doing shows, meeting people. Kind of found my own little clique of local artists to like work with and build, and we started throwing shows and like doing shows. I would say like beginning of 2016, I had, you know, like local buzz in San Antonio, and then when I linked with Midnight, like the end of 2016 is probably like when my internet buzz started popping, and like 2017, 2018 when I like started dropping my projects. Like 2018 is when I like dropped Dog Deer, and like me and Kwame dropped our projects, and like I first started dropping all that shit. Is like when my shit really started going up. Yeah, no, because I was definitely a lot more focused on the local scene than the internet scene, and then I like, you know, got more focused into it.
So how did your relationship with A3 Hades come about? I'm kind of
curious. So, super random, bro. Like, so, I mean, obviously, you know, Rare. Like, so, like, that's my homie, 223 Germ, and Uno started it, and my homie Suda's in it, and I used to be in it, but like we're all just from San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Like that was some local shit for real, like some San Antonio shit. And so we all went to New York, like me, Kwame, Braxton's people went to New York, and we threw an impromptu show, and Uno just hit us up, and he was like, hey, like my boy 83, he's like gonna link with y'all, like just say what's up. And I was like, oh, for sure. Like I don't really think dude made music at the time. To keep it a stack, like I don't think he made music at the time or had just started, and he put up their show, whatever, we linked. And then like a few months later, he just was like, yo, like it's me again, like blah blah blah. He started going up, and you know, I just fuck with dude, super genuine dude. Like he came out to Texas with me. He came out to LA and stayed with us for a little bit, made some music. Super genuine nigga. Like I fuck with 83 heavy. I fuck with him super heavy.
So for all the producers out there, what do you look for in beats? When someone sends you beats, you said you don't even use like half of them. Yeah, you don't even look half the time. You do look for beats, what are you looking for? For anybody who's looking to get a Yung Bambi placement.
Shit, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I really just be sticking to my producers, but I listen to shit like, bro. Just I don't know, fam. Like, just send me shit that's like just like good. Don't send me shit that you think I'll rap on. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking to like push my sound. I'm always looking to do something different. I never want to recreate anything. Dead ass. Like I'd never had a song where I was like, oh, I need to make another song like that. So just send me something good and unique. Like it's like that's my whole belief. It like doesn't matter if it's like rap or whatever. If it's good, it's good. So that's my like really just my whole thing with beats. They just gotta be good.
Word. Just a couple more questions. Where do you want to go with your music? Cause like your sound's kind of like all over not all over the place in a bad way, but diverse.
Like, it is all
diverse.
Over, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Place, yeah.
Like you got some hard shit, and then you got like Prince of the Forest, like we said, was super personal. So what sound wise, where are you looking to go?
Okay, so with my hard shit, I'm gonna take it more of an EDM route. So like last year, I dropped a few songs through Dimac, which is Steve Aoki's label, with some producers, and they did really well. And it's lit because like I used to make EDM, and they're like the niggas who I used to listen to. So I'm like, oh, shit, like on some fan shit. It's lit.
Shouts to Dimac.
Yeah, so on my hard shit, I think I'm gonna channel more to that route, like the EDM route. And then with my softer music, like that's what I'm gonna kind of push more on my solo stuff, and that's kind of like I kind of want to keep them, you know, if you go to like an EDM show or like a festival or something, that's where you'll see like hard Yung Bambi shit. And then if you just go to like a Yung Bambi show, like that's where I kind of want to like push forward more of my like melodic shit like that, like my personal stuff. But yeah, I mean, I always love performing the hard shit, bro. Like I love doing shows. Like I love performing songs like Puke and Top Blob. Like it's like it just hits, bro. Like I always love doing that shit. Like I was always a performer. Like I made music, like I played music, but I was always a performer before I like just like, you know, created songs and shit. Like I used to, like so yeah, I love that shit. I love doing the hard shit.
Where do you draw inspiration for a lot of these songs from? Like Prince of the Forest is like you said, a lot personal. It's about like your life and shit like that. But like a lot of harder tracks, like when you're recording, what makes a Yung Bambi song? Like does the vibe have to be a certain way? Is it the beat? Like what inspires you overall to create what you create?
Shit, I mean, the emotional shit, like that's just like whenever it hits, bro. Like really, like usually something will happen, bro, and I'll just lock myself in my room for like 2-3 days and like make music. With the hard shit, I usually record like right when I wake up, and then like I like if Hound sends me a pack, like I'll wake up and first thing in the morning, like I'll just listen to beats and I'll pick one and I'll record on it. And then like that's just like how I like draw my inspiration and shit. I don't know, like when I lived in San Antonio, like just living in San Antonio was like super easy to make hard music because it was just like that was the vibe like in the city. Like I don't be that pressed to make hard music that much when I be in LA. But like the EDM hard music, I feel like is a cool lane for me to like channel in the middle. Like I'm older now, bro. Like I'm like 23, bro. Like I'm not necessarily like trying to rap about the same shit I was when I was like 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, some different shit.
And even
now.
like even when I be on is different. Like, bro, I don't be living in San Antonio anymore. Like I live in LA. Like it's different. Like I be just, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to like force shit. Like so, you know what I'm saying? So, but like with the EDM hard music, like that channel for me is lit. Like I fuck with that.
So do you want to do anything like outside of in the industry, even outside the music industry, besides like make music?
I mean, on a musical front, I love engineering, bro. Like I love mixing for people. I almost kind of like that more than making music, to be honest. Like I like engineering for Kami and like some other like melodic people. Like that shit's just, it's cool to like mold other people's sounds, like help on that. I like doing executive producer stuff outside of music industry. Again, just to shit with kids, bro. Like I would love to like set up a nonprofit one day, like for I think like education, you know, like is like one of the most important things. Especially like your high school education. I feel like I had a really good high school education. Like when I did city year, I worked in schools that were like really shitty, but I saw the impact. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I still have students who hit me up to this day and still be like, oh, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like my kids like just graduated and shit, and like I feel like being a raw, transparent role model for them, because they knew I rap, bro. Like I would open for like X Wolf and like see my students like at the shows, which is kind of surreal and it was crazy. Like I almost got fired one time over it, but you know that I think being a mentor for students or like an advocate or an educator for students is important. So like,
definitely.
I want to like build my own nonprofit for that. Like when I get that'd be lit.
So like you did mention, and I think that's why I didn't bring it up, but you did mention off camera when we were talking, shooting the shit before, that you said you moved to Texas for the City Year program.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that a little bit? Like, how do you get into that? What kind of happened?
Alright, so I was like a senior, you know, and I was just like, I don't really know what I want to do. Like, I want to do this music shit, but it wasn't like doing anything at the time. But I was like, I can. And I wanted to go to this school called Hartford in Connecticut, and I was finna go there. I was finna run, and then like cross country, and then I was last minute. I was like, nah, like I'm not finna do that. I'm gonna do city year, and like I applied, I got in, and then like a map of the U.S. popped up, and they were like, where do you want to serve? And I was just like, fuck it, like I've never been to Texas. Yeah. And I just clicked on it, and the only city available was San Antonio, and I was like, fuck it, like I never even heard of San Antonio. And like when I told niggas I was moving there, the only thing they were like is the Spurs. And like I was like, well, I don't even watch sports. I don't even know what the fuck the Spurs are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, and I moved there 2 weeks later. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Super random, but that's what I be saying, bro. It'd be those random shits, bro, that like really lead you to where you get. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had never applied to city year, like I never would have moved to Texas. Like my life would be probably super different. Like,
so how long were you in city year for? The whole like
I did 2 years of it.
2 years.
Yeah, I did 2 years of it. So I was gonna do one. I stayed again. And then but you can only do 2 years. I probably would have done that third year. Yeah. To be honest, like that shit was lit.
So when you ever have any jobs outside of music, like before the music really kicked off?
Yeah, I have funny ass jobs, bro. Like in high school, I was a camp counselor. Yeah. For like almost all of high school in the summers, and then I worked at a record store for a little bit, and then I worked at a running store. This is all the legal jugs. Like I did some stupid shit in high school too to make money, like fraud shit. Yeah. But like I worked at a running store, and I did city year, and then I worked at Shoe Palace in San Antonio, and that's when I was like, this will be the last job I ever work. Like that shit was ass. Like fuck Shoe Palace. Like.
So how long was it before you were like, when you started making the music, before you were able to live off it, before you realized, yo, I can like live wherever I want, I can go to Los Angeles, like I can live out there, live comfortably? It
was like 2017 to 2018 I was in college, so I was like making my money off music, but I didn't have to pay for shit because like I was at school, you know what I'm saying? And then like I don't know, bro, like we moved out here at the beginning of 2019. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, there was like a few times when my bread was kind of whack at the beginning of last year, but I would say like halfway through last year, like started living super comfortable, and now we really all be like comfortable, bro, like super comfortable. Like living in LA, like I have my apartment in Austin, like I be like comfy now. But yeah, I would say like 2018, like probably like when I like was like, oh shit, like I'm really like chilling off this music shit.
Word. Anything else you wanna add before we wrap this up?
Damn, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my niggas, shout out my Midnight niggas, shout out NHL. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everyone Texas, San Antonio. On me. Shout out my mom. Yeah, that's it pretty much. Shout out London too. That's pretty much it.
And word. Thank you guys for tuning in. That was part 2, Yung Bambi. It's called Classic Committee number 30. Again, hit us online at kultclassicofficial.com. Hit us on Instagram at kultclassicofficial. And on Twitter at kultclassicoff. And then hit me at BOBBYDEE, 2 E's on the beat. And you want to give you social?
Yeah, Yung Bambi at Death with Mother on Instagram. Bambo Go Rambo on Twitter. Yung Bambi, just type it in YUNG space Bambi, just like the deer.
Word. Thank you for tuning in. That was interview number 30.
Appreciate y'all.